What's going on, YouTube? This is Shokio. Now, a lot of people asked me to do a video on this, so here it is. These are my thoughts on the newly announced Ouya. And for those of you who don't know, link down below in the description. This is basically a new system being made, and it's going to cost $99. And basically, the selling point of the system will be how open it is, and it's actually going to be hackable. It's going to be a completely open system. You can do whatever the hell you want with it. And for $99, you get a Tegra 3 quad core, and you get 1 gigs of RAM, and then 8 gigabytes of internal storage. So for $99, it's pretty damn good. You get some bang for your buck there, and of course, you know, it's an open system, so you can do like a lot more with it than you could do with, you know, the main 3 consoles. But if you guys haven't checked out the article already, this isn't a console that's meant to, you know, compete with Sony, Microsoft, or, you know, Nintendo. It's not like that. They're kind of sidestepping the competition by making it, you know, this box that's completely open and hackable. And they said that the games are going to be largely going to be, you know, free to play on there. So that's pretty neat. And my main concern for this is that I can't imagine playing online on this system, you know, because it's so open, because it's so, you know, easily hackable, whatever. Hackers are going to just run wild. You see what I'm saying? Like on the online games, like, and you know, some people may say, oh, well, they know this, so they have some countermeasure to that. You know, it's hackers, guys. Hackers get past shit all the time. You know, we know this. I really don't think there's any way of stopping, you know, online hacking on this system. Like, it's just, I just don't see it happening. So I can't really see that many people, you know, investing into online multiplayer games on this system. But the single player games, you know, and like games of local multiplayer, I imagine those are going to be amazing, because since it's an open and hackable platform, there's going to be like a lot of mods, you know, or custom levels, custom, you know, game modes, things of that nature. So that's going to be awesome. So for $99, you're going to essentially get like, you know, an unlimited amount of, you know, maps and game modes for, you know, every game you buy on the system. So that's pretty damn good. That's pretty it's pretty cool. Would I buy one? Yeah, sure, I'd buy one. I just really don't see, you know, any developers making any serious exclusives for it. You see what I'm saying? So, but if there's gonna be some exclusives, then yeah, I'm gonna buy it. I mean, it's just $99, you know, you really can't go wrong with that. And of course, there's gonna, you know, be some awesome things on that system since it's so open. So for $99, you know, it's a pretty, it's a pretty damn good deal. You see what I'm saying? But like I said, you know, all about the games. I have to, you know, see the game first, see if it's not just going to be, you know, ports of what's on, you know, the 3 systems, the Wii, PS3, 360, whatever, and you know, the phones, the iPhones, Android, whatever, because it's going to be running an Android operating system, and also on the controller they have a touchpad in the middle. So it's basically like the PS Vita's touchpad on the back, except it's on the front. And of course, you know, it's smaller, so the controller isn't, you know, big or anything like that, like the Wii U's. But yeah, it's going to have a touchpad in the centers, and that's, you know, for the phone games, things of that nature. But of course, you know, since it's a hackable platform, I can see a lot of people doing some unique things, you know, with that touchpad. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty much all there is to talk about. They didn't release that many details. But it did say that it supports 1080p HD. Now we don't know if that's native or upscaled or not, but so, you know, don't know about that. But yeah, I think it's pretty interesting. Will I think it'll take off? Will I think, you know, it'll be successful? I think it will be just, you know, a little bit successful. You know, it's gonna be marginally, you know, successful. I don't see it, you know, selling like 20 million, you know, or anything like that. I see it appealing to, you know, that little niche market, those guys, you know, those hackers, you know, those, you know, you guys know what kind of people I'm talking about, you know, those modders, you know, things of that nature. So I can see it selling like, you know, a few million maybe, like 4 million, 5 million maybe. I don't know, maybe that's low to some of you, maybe that's high, I don't know. I see it probably selling around I can see it selling around the 5 million mark. So yeah, those are my thoughts on it. Let me know what you guys think down below. That's for this video, and I'll see you guys later.